I will share two awesome builds that have carried me all the way through NG+8. Build bosses deal a lot more damage and often they just one-shot us no matter what. However, those two builds helped me defeating all of the hardest bosses. I will cover the builds, talk about the variations of the builds, and cover which build is good for what bosses at the end of the video. By the way, we are actively streaming the NG+8 playthrough in the channel. Please join us for fun. I have learned a lot from the chat there. And thank you all very much for helping me with the builds and the bosses. The first build is a Spellbinder build, focusing on damage output and damage reduction. We pile up a lot of damage reduction so we won't be one shot by the bosses. This is the Cyan Long fight in chapter 3. We go in, just fist tanking, getting damage. Still fist tanking, and using critical hit to stagger him. We still fist tanking. That's pretty good. And we need to dodge a little bit to his back and keep attacking him. Do more. Still fist tanking. Okay. And then we hit with heavy charge attack, which is good. Getting some hits. And dodge back. We drink. Get our damage reduction up. And finishing him off right there. This is a NG+5 clip, but this applies to NG+6 and above as well. The general Spellbinder setup looks like this. We use Dark Iron Staff, Wind Tamer to get 2% passive damage reduction, and then we use Earth Rakshasa to get damage reduction after being hit. So this is another 10% damage reduction. And we're using the full set of the bookings, which provide a lot of damage increase to Dark Iron Staff. And for the curios, we use the combination of Jade Moving Rabbit and the Gold Sun Crow to get 3% damage increase and 2% damage reduction. And then we use the Bosun Sensor. After we drink our last gourd, we will get a additional 15% damage reduction. So this is a must-have. And then we use Gold Spike Plate to increase our defense. That will increase our damage for Dark Iron Staff as well, and dealing a little bit of damage to the surrounding enemies upon being hit. And for the last one, I like to use the Tiger Tally because we're using light attack combo a lot. We can also use the see-through one. It is called Tiger Tendon Belt, increase 10% damage after we see through. So if we do a lot of see-throughs, this one gonna be a really good one. A small trick is that we can actually swap on golden button to get 15 point in the attack, and then we can switch it back. So you can see after we switch it back, the damage is still there. Even after we quit and check back, our damage is still there, 329. And then for the gourd, I like to use the Qingtian gourd, which has only one drink. So this combines really well with our Bosun Sensor curio. So after we drink, we directly get the damage reduction from the Bosun Sensor curio. And for the drink, I use the Dry Spirit drink, so this will give us initial heal and also keep healing us a lot after we drink the gourd. It will heal us additional 48% of maximum health. And for the soaks here, we're just using 2 Laurel buds. Each one gives us 10% additional damage reduction. And then lastly, for the medicine, we use Essence Decoration, increase our maximum mana for the Spellbinder damage increase. And eat whatever we can afford, such as Long Aura, Amplification Pellets, increase our critical hit chance and also critical hit damage. And Evil Repelling Medicament to increase 10% of damage reduction. And the Soul Remigration Pill is really optional. This can increase one chance for us to revive during the fight. And it helps a lot in a very difficult fight. Now we talk about the variations of the build. For really hard bosses, we replace the Wukong's armor with the Yin-Yang Taoist robe. In this way, we lost the tenacity, which means we can be interrupted, but we can do perfect dodges. With the Yin-Yang robe, when our HP is above 50%, we get additional 20% damage reduction. Downside is that we can't do critical hits. Well, the priority is to stay alive, so that we can manage to kill the boss eventually. For the stances, we can use any one that we are comfortable with. If we use Pillar Stance and use the Sweeping Gale, we get additional 10% damage reduction. You can see in the video, I often drink our gourd to get 35% damage reduction, and then get closer to the boss and start spinning. This method is also very good for dealing with a group of mobs. To increase our Spellbinder's damage, this is what I often do. I switch Dark Iron Staff to Spike Shaft Staff, which gives us maximum mana by 30. And then we change our Spirit to Eye Daoist. Or we can change this to, I believe it's Beetle Captain to increase our maximum stamina. Because maximum stamina will be transformed into critical chance. And then we switch our helmet to Wukong's helmet, which gives us another 30 maximum mana. And then we change the boots to Wukong's boot to give us 30 maximum stamina. And then what I do, I will switch these curios to Thunder Flame Sail. This one to Thunder Flame Sail, and the next one to Thunder Flame Sail. And then for this one, we switch to Back Scratcher to increase maximum stamina. And the same thing for the last one, switch to Back Scratcher. And then for our gourd, we change to Fairy Gourd, which will increase our maximum mana. Then what we do is that we just reset to get all the mana topped. Then we drink our essence decoction to increase maximum mana. Then we drink the gourd, increase maximum stamina. Then we cast the Spellbind. After casting Spellbinder, we'll go back to change all of our gears back. So this took like maybe around 30 seconds, but we got a lot of increase in the damage and also critical strike chance, which is very awesome for our build. By the way, we can also use Preservation Orb to further increase our mana and stamina. We also can drink the medicine to increase our maximum stamina as well. But I just hope not to do that because I don't have the enough time to farm all of these medicines. And last one, I think we change back to Tiger Telly. And do remember to change the gourd back because that's really important. I forgot to change the gourd in a couple of the fights. And then I basically will be struggling. We can also do the trick to put the golden button on and then switch to Target Tally, and now we're at 362 attack power. The second build is a chi build, focusing on controlling the bosses with the Platinum Fan and freezing them with our spirits. If done right, the boss will not be able to do anything from the beginning to the end. We use our Platinum Fan. Okay, and then get closer to him and use light attacks. Try to get in 2 combos. Combo 1, and continue use light attacks until we complete number 2. And then immobilize him, spin our staff. You can see we already got 4 focus points and our chi for the fan is coming up and ready. And then we hit him with the heavy charge attack, which is pretty nice. Then after we land, we just use our fan again. And then after that, we just go in and deal 2 light attack combos. 1, and keep hitting. And this is number 2, and use our bat to freeze him, and he's frozen. And then we spin our staff and get the focus point and also restore the chi for our fan. And then hit him. Oh, we didn't hit, I believe, and I think that's fine. And we get immobilized. Okay, that happens. Then we go into Cloud Stab, just a drink to get our chi fully back for our fan, and then we cast a fan. Alright, after his hit, we get in, try to get 2 light attack combos. 1, we're a little bit late, let's see if we can get all of the 2 combos. I think we are, and 2. And then we immobilize him and keep doing this again and again. Notice that it will be much more effective if we can lock the boss in a corner because they can't be pushed back anymore and we can get every single hit on him. For Erlang fights, we need to be careful about his shield. If we have low focus point, we can charge our smash stance and hit him with a heavy attack after his shield is broken. If we have 2+ focus points, we should hit him using the light attack combos while the tornado is depleting his shield. This fight is tricky as there are 3 phase transitions. We have a full Erlang fight in NG+7 linked in the description. The setup for a Chi build looks like this. We use the adapted spine shooting full band staff, which has 25% critical hit chance. This is the highest in the game, which is really great for this build. And we use Platinum Fan as our vessel, and we can use Falcon Hermit if you like. But in general, the bat actually fit my playstyle better. So this is the Pro Mana bat. And then for the armor set, we basically use the full set of the golden armor set, because when we wear 4 pieces, we restore a small amount of chi upon critical hits. Because we have really high critical hit chance, we spin our staff to get our chi back after critical hits. And then for curios, we use 2 cat eye beads to increase our critical hit chance. The third one is the legendary curio to ignore enemies' full band resistance. I think this one is debatable. If not very comfortable using that or finding it's not very effective, we can actually add another cat eye bead to increase critical hit chance, or add some Beast Buddha to increase critical hit damage. For the fourth one, if we go for defense, we should use this orb to avoid next fatal blow, because we're spinning our staff to hit really fast. We get this ready about maybe 2 cycles of spinning the staff. If we are going for offensive, I can use Ember Prayer Beads to increase the focus point build up. And the last one, I really like to use the Tiger Teddy, because we use light attack combos all the time. And then for the drinks, we use Sunset of the 9 Skies to basically grant a considerable amount of chi after we drink our gourd. And for the soaks, we use Guan Yin's Willow Leaf to restore all of our gourd use after we trigger life-saving strands. And we use Turtle Tail to restore our mana. And we put Bee Mountain Stone in it to basically take the chance to drink more. This is really helpful for restoring our chi. And then the gourd, I simply choose Supreme Gourd to have the maximum amount of drinks. The same thing for medicine. Eat whatever we can afford. I think we can use Essence Decoction to increase our maximum mana, non-aura amplification pellets to increase our critical hit chance and also critical hit damage. This one is really optional because we're not really getting hit a lot. We can substitute this one using the Tiger pellets, I believe, to enhance our attacks. And then Soul Remigration Pill is really great for getting an actual life to be revived in the fight. This is really helpful for very difficult fight. As we're in NG+5 above, we're already at the maximum level, which is 342. And we already maximized all of our relics and also all of our skill points. The only thing probably we want to pay attention for this build is that for Cloud Step, we may not want to put points into the last load here, because we're not really using the Unveiling Strike as our main damage output. We're simply using this one to put us in a safe position, either to use our fan or either to drink to get our fan ready. So really consider take at least 2 points out to save our mana cost of Cloud Step. A disclaimer, I didn't invent this build at all, but I get a lot of help from our community to play it correctly. Talking about the variations, this is really for the spirit. We can use the Falcon Hermit spirit to cast a second tornado to freeze the bosses. This can be very fun, while I personally found the bat is better fit for my style. We use the Spellbinder build for the fights, which need us to quickly chop down the boss's HP, such as White-clad Noble's second phase, where he can regenerate his HP in the water. Depending on how adept our skills are, I always prefer to use Spellbinder to take down bosses such as Last Veil and Stone Monkeys for satisfaction. For bosses that are on a wild open field, we want to use Spellbinder for focus damage output. For example, Cloud Treading Deer will be jumping everywhere in a large field in his first phase. In the second phase, if we hit him with a 3 focus point plus heavy attack, he will not be able to stand up. I also deal with Gold Armored Rhino with the Spellbinder build, using Pillar Stance to break his form easily. After that, we can deal a lot of damage in a short period of time. For bosses that are large in size, it is better to not use the chi build because every push from the tornado will push them away in a large distance, which makes us hard to catch up and dealing low damage. I will leave you with a full Wukong fight in the NG+7 at the end. Hope the builds and tips in this video can help you push through higher NG+ games. Please like, comment and sub to support the channel. Lastly, we also have a new Discord channel linked in the description. Although we are still ramping up the number of the members there, I look forward to seeing you there and learn from your ideas.